Hi, my name is Brian Sir. I'm with the tech marketing team at Nutanix. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at installing WSL2 or Windows Subsystem for Linux version 2 on a Windows VM running on AHV. So I've already created a virtual machine. I've installed Windows in it. I've powered it off because when we make the hardware changes to it, it will require it to be powered off. If we take a quick look at the configuration here, we can see that the VM is configured to use the UEFI BIOS mode, and we've also selected Secure Boot. These are requirements to make the changes so that we can run WSL2 in this Windows virtual machine. So now that we've got a virtual machine, it's configured properly, we've powered it off so we can make the changes. The next step is for us to SSH into one of the controller virtual machines on the cluster that it's running so we can make the hardware changes to our virtual machine. So I'm going to pop over here to our shell window and let's make those changes. So we use the ACLI command, VM update, give it our VM name, and then hardware underscore virtualization equals true. Actually, before we do this, let's look at the let's actually look at the configuration. So vm.get WSL2. This will show us all the details about the VM. So we can see down here at the bottom there is no setting here for the hardware virtualization. So when we do this, we'll come back and look at this and it'll be there. So ACLI. All right, so that has added the hardware virtualization feature to this virtual machine. So now let's go back and look at the settings. And we can see right here now that it now has hardware virtualization that's true for this virtual machine. So we can pop back to Prism Central. I've selected the VM, and now let's just ask it to power on. And then once powered on, we'll hop into the console and we'll do the OS, the Windows portion of this configuration to finish the setup. All right, now we can just jump into our virtual machine and complete the install on the Windows side of things. I've already selected my VM, so let's launch a console. We are already logged into the Windows VM. I'm using Server 2025 here with the desktop experience installed. So the process could vary slightly depending on the version of Windows you're using. We just need to start a PowerShell session and run it as administrator. And then WSL.exe -- install is what it takes to get the process going. So we'll run this. And then our process of installing WSL2 on a Windows VM running on AHV would be complete. Thanks for tuning in and learning a bit more about this.